Hello guys, and welcome back to Watch Talk Wednesday. Usually we cover 5 stories, with this show, but there's just so much to talk about. I had to cut out down to the essential bits of news. Let us start with the first article, which actually isn't an article. It's a video made by Archieluxury. And if you see here, he says he is being blackmailed. I think this is probably fake. A lot of people in his comment section have said that they think that this is also fake. He basically makes a 8.5-minute video where he says, okay, I'm being blackmailed. And even at one point in the video, he says, okay, I'm gonna lay it out all on the table so the person blackmailing me doesn't have any power over me. And then he keeps talking in a circle over and over and over again until the video ends.
Unfortunately, I've been the recent victim of blackmail. The only way I can diffuse it is to lay my cards on the table. I'll tell you everything.
So he actually doesn't reveal anything, any secrets that the person could have been holding over him. If he is getting blackmailed, that's really, really horrible. He should go to the police. But that's actually what one comment here said. You know, if you're actually getting blackmailed and this is really true, you should go to the police. You shouldn't make a video on your channel. But again, I think this is fake. Archieluxury has been talking about in the past how his number of subscribers and the number of views on his channel have actually not been doing very well. So honestly, I think this is just a publicity stunt. But again, if this is him actually being blackmailed, I feel really, really bad for him. And that's just horrible. The second piece of news actually has to cover Glycine, the watch manufacturer. They were independent and family owned, but now we have today's article, and actually Invicta has come in and they have acquired Glycine. And here's the article: historic Glycine watches acquired by Invicta. Glycine is one of those independent watch manufacturers that has a huge following, and Invicta posted on Instagram and Facebook announcing the acquisition of Glycine. And a lot of Glycine, like diehard fans, were really upset about this. Invicta has had some quality issues in the past. There's a huge concern from Glycine fans that the same level of quality and the same standard for Glycine pieces will be lowered. I would rather have each company doing their own thing and innovating on their own, because that's how I think the industry is going to move forward and be competitive further down the line. But again, because of economic reasons, that's not always possible. Our third story, this is actually focusing on Sinn and their dual watch strap system, which is, it was met with a lot of resistance from the watch community. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about that. Basically, Sinn is coming up with a strap system that allows you to wear a fully mechanical watch with a smartwatch. The idea there is that, you know, you can have the style of the mechanical watch with the functionality of a smartwatch. I think mechanical watches have an appeal to kind of the older-ish generations, not really the very young generations, whereas the smartwatches generally appeal to a younger demographic. And I don't think that this is the solution. Personally, rather than having a watch up here and then a watch down here, I'd rather have a watch on either arm. That's my opinion, and I think that that is the opinion that the watch community in general has about this announcement. We can see here in the pictures, it just, it doesn't look good. Like, you can see it on this model's wrist here. Even with a wonderful, very beautiful Sinn watch here and the Apple Watch on the bottom, it just looks too big and too bulky, and obviously that's not going to fit underneath his shirt cuff, so dressy scenarios are out of the question here. I understand that what Sinn was trying to do here, but ultimately not the right move. So those were our 3 kind of controversial stories. If you had a different opinion than the one that I had, please let me know in the comments. I'd love to talk about it more with you and hear differing perspectives on each of these news bits. But the 4th story isn't really controversial, but it is still looking ahead in the future. So we can see here Buzz Aldrin tweets that he is designing a watch for Omega, and it is a watch that will go to Mars. I personally am a big space fan, and I think it's really cool that Omega is looking ahead and saying, okay, in the next decade, we're probably going to have somebody on Mars. What are they going to wear? And hopefully they will have a watch that will be going to Mars. So he tweeted out a few pictures about the design. Here is one of them. You can see he's kind of drawing on his pad here, but there are no real specifics about the design. You can kind of see the outline of a bezel here, but it isn't numbered. It doesn't have any notches in it. So I think what they released are pretty much just templates for him to kind of artistically put down what he thinks would be most practical in a Mars mission. But it is very cool. The history of watches and the future of watches were covered in today's episode. So if you've liked it, hit the like button and subscribe if you'd like to see more watch videos. My name is Josh. Thank you for watching. As always, this has been the news for the week, and I'll see you next time.